Hey there folks, and welcome to the first of a series of special videos that I'll be doing while here in the UK the theme park season is in shutdown. And for the first two, I'll be ranking every single Vekoma roller coaster that I've ridden in 2023. So all 23 of them. So for this one, it'll be numbers 23 through to 11, and then next week the top 10. Yep, I'll be doing a series of specials, including rundowns, ranking lists, comparisons, and some random stuff in between. All my footage is my own, so I hope you can sit back and relax and enjoy these. And kicking off with the coaster at the bottom of this list, number 23, Stuntfall, which is a giant inverted boomerang over at Park Warner Madrid. I did not like it at all. Them who remember the video from Park Warner Madrid will recall that I was calling it an headbanger, rough, and very uncomfortable. Yeah, that pretty much summed it up. It is pretty much liked from quite a few enthusiasts who've done videos over there, but it just weren't for me. There were no theming, and I'm still going to stick by my statement that I do prefer the sit-down boomerangs. I find them a lot more comfortable than that thing. It's a rare credit, the only one that we've got here in Europe, opened in 2002, but not for me. Staying in Spain for the next coaster, which is Tami Tami. This one located at Portaventura in Salou. Yeah, it says what it does on tin. Junior ride. And it's nice to get these little credits. They're always smooth. They're quite novel. So yeah, thumbs up to that one. Tami Tami. It's off to Folk Park we go for the next coaster. The Walking Dead, as you can see. This one, a Enigma model. Enclosed roller coaster. I don't mind the ride, but I just don't like the queue line. It's all very closed in, which is suppose what it's going to be. But suffering from claustrophobia, it's just not one of my favourites, I'm afraid. Right, a coaster credit that I didn't think that I were going to be getting a week before this particular visit, but this one is Fireball, situated at Furuvik in Sweden. Yeah, unfortunately, due to the happenings at Gröna Lund the previous week, I ended up here and got a couple of Vekoma credits, like you do. But no, this one, it's all right. It's not a bad family boomerang. Not much theming around the ride. It's smooth, which generally these things are, and forceful in places. But no, nice little credit, Fireball. It's time to go green at Drayden Manor. Yep, it's Accelerator, formerly Ben 10. I do like this coaster. I especially like the theming in the queue line with all the car bits and the motors. It rides well and it's a good coaster. I didn't do it as Ben 10, so I can't remember the theming for that, but good coaster. Cracking nicely on with the list. Going to number 18 now, which is Infusion, a suspended looping coaster, SLC, situated at Blackpool Pleasure Beach, formerly at Southport as Traumatizer, built in 1999, so 24 years old now. I'm not going to say it's smooth because it's rough, but look at the location of it. Situated next to, well, currently the tallest roller coaster in the UK, the big one. You've got the fountains, you've got the waterfall as you go into the Sidewinder. If not for the ride experience, for the location, this what makes the coaster what it is. Heading to one of my favourite European theme parks for the next one, number 17, Rake, which is a family boomerang. Seems to be quite a few of them in the list, doesn't there? Not a bad one. I just found it a bit slow. The theming around the ride in the area of Klugheim with the brilliant Taran is really nice setting for it, and it's a good addition to the area, but I just found it a little bit flat, if I'm honest. Not one of my best ones, but an okay ride. Right, a fairly new addition to the theme park setting for this one. This ride opened in 2020 at Trips Drill. It is Voldorm, another family boomerang. It's quick and interlines nicely with another roller coaster. More about that in the second video. And look what we have here. It's another family boomerang. This time we're back in the UK. It is Velociraptor at Paultons Park. Out of the two that we've got over here, I do prefer this one the best. The queue line is well themed with the dinosaurs, little pen. The trains are nicely themed. And actually, it's quite a forceful ride. Going backwards, you go over the station. Nice layout to this ride. You feel the forces, especially if you get the back row coming back, if that makes sense. But no, good addition to Lost Kingdom, that. Not much footage to bring on this one, unfortunately, due to its enclosed location, but it is Crazy Bats. Once again at Phantasialand. VR roller coaster involving Crazy Bats. Well worth a go. Unlucky for some, we're at number 13. And this one, Velocity, a motorbike roller coaster up in North Yorkshire at Flamingo Land. It's not as good as the one at Toverland Booster Bikes, in my opinion, but it's a decent Tron model. It's adjacent the fairly new Sick ride, and you get good pops of airtime. Like Velocity, this particular coaster is a sole rider here in the UK. The only existing boomerang that we've got at Pleasurewood Hills called Wipeout, formerly at American Adventure as Missile, and then it had a stint when it first started off up in Scotland. I'm not going to say it's silky smooth, it's not. 1989 though, it's getting on a little bit. The Cobra roll coming forward is a bit of an headbanger. It's just a very forceful ride. I mean, one of the most forceful roller coasters out there. It rides okay, it's re-rideable to a certain extent, but it is the highlight of my East Anglia trip and certainly good at Pleasurewood Hills. Right, we've reached the end of the video nearly with this one, number 11, just missing out on the top 10. It is Comet at Walligata Grand East, just outside Metz. Very rare model, this one, the Hurricane. It's the only existing one that we've got now, and it uses the Arrow trains. Now, them trains for me are a definite give me. It rides well. Again, it's an old school, this one. There's a little bit as you go from the loop into the first corkscrew that really gets your shoulder and really gives you a good jolt. But otherwise, it's a smooth coaster. Definitely a recommendation if you're ever at Walligata.